Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane, and here is your need read. Needed empowerment, enlightenment, discovered read for, well, now the end of November, beginning of December. I don't know if I'm going to continue doing the one card thing through December because I felt that the energies of the last week, beginning of December, was still a little bit in the dark zone. So I'm doing these reads instead to empower you, to give you some stuff, you know, like weapons. This is what they're saying. Weapons of soul to get you through it. And really want to do that, Pisces. That's my main goal here, is to keep your energy all the way up, okay? Tune it up, crank the volume, pump up the volume. Whoa, okay, dating myself with that song, but you understand what I'm talking about, right? Pump up the energy there, Pisces. We can do it. All right, so I'm going to jump off from yesterday into today with a little bit of that in mind. So if you haven't seen those readings, go ahead. I do twice a day, morning and night. Morning is just the general, later on is the extended, 9:45 a.m., 9:45 p.m. And you know, these energies are good for every day, all year, all month, whatever you want to use it. They're kind of timeless, okay? So there we go. You have, don't make assumptions, but learn to ask questions. Yesterday we were talking about people who seem to have it all. People who seem to have life in just, you know, the palm of their hands, and they have the riches and everything. And you're thinking to yourself, I want to be that. I want to be that person. I want to have all of that. And you know, you can manifest a lot in your life. And, you know, a lot of it's not impossible. A lot of it is just a fakery, okay? Like, there's a lot of, like, fake stuff going around. The stuff that you're looking at, people are just people every day. They have their circle of friends, but they don't have every single thing that they want. The pictures, a lot of them are Photoshopped. They don't look like that in the morning. So the thing is that with this card and this beautiful swan, okay, which I'm totally taking for us Pisces, the swan in the water, they're telling me the little black swan, thinking all the time, I want to look like the other white swans. I want to be that beautiful. You know what? That black swan, gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, and it's an originality. It's the way you perceive things. A lot of people perceive as you're not like everybody else, or you're not striving to be like everybody else, to be, you know, rich and successful. And if you're just being you, you're being like the black swan, the black sheep, whatever you want to call it. And in this picture, I feel, be that black swan if you need to, even though this is a white swan, but it looks like a, looks like a swan. It's not pure white. I don't know if you can tell by showing it to you here, but it looks a little bit, looks like it's been through a rough spot. And there's there's rain coming down here, and the waters aren't choppy. So I'm remembering the King of Cups that I got from this deck yesterday. So this is called Learn to Ask Questions. Learn to ask questions. It's always better to ask questions than to make assumptions. Have the courage to ask questions until you are as clear as you can be. Once you hear the answer to a question, you won't have to make assumptions because you will know the truth. So I feel this is like, look deeper. Look deeper. See past the Photoshop. See, look if the life that is being represented, or the circumstances that are being represented to you that look so wonderful, are they really wonderful? They're showing me the movie Scrooge. We're getting into that time of year, right? Scrooged with Bill Murray, where he is a high executive and he's got everything, money, power, and brutal power, you know, and it's still not, it's not all the end all and be all. And I know it's a fairy tale kind of movie, but that is exactly it. He is, a lot of people would love to be him, have that amount of power, money, and position. And he was driven through that from being poor and not having anything. But it just didn't, in the end, it really wasn't. He was just feeding unbalanced chakra, if you really want to go deeper into it. And so look deeper, ask the questions. When you see things that look too good to be true, maybe they are Pisces. Maybe you'd much rather be you. Okay, and if you don't, why is that? What are you not fulfilling inside of yourself? Be completely clear and truthful with yourself of what you want. Okay, So I'm going to leave that there. I'm going to pull some cards from this beautiful Sun and Moon Tarot, now that I've finished edging it. The Queen of Swords, right. Be precise, be clear. A clear communicator. She is the clear communicator. She's got it all figured out. Okay? She's got a lot of strength of character. She's very independent. She's very intelligent and very truthful. This is definitely the clear communication and truthful card that I was talking about here. Get the information you need at all times, Pisces. Question everything. Oh, questioning everything is, well, sometimes tiring, but you figure out you get some wonderful insights as you go along. I will suggest something. If you're doing it with Spirit, please keep a book, because it's gonna leave you as fast as it came to you. It's just a thing. I would have to sit and meditate with them, but I think there's something about it having to do with just, I don't know, the information between the realms of spirit to the realm of human. There seems to be a disconnect sometimes, I feel anyway. I don't know if this happens with you, but it's always been with me. I get a ha-ha, but if I don't write it down, it's almost like it dissipates. It's like it takes off. It doesn't completely go away, but it kind of takes off. So I always find it good if you're going to dabble in your spiritual self, which I suggest you do. Dabble a lot. Please write it down, even if it's point form. Something that will make your memory just snap back, because it seems to just dissipate. For everything else human that you may be dealing with right now, you're probably okay. Okay? It's always good to make a point of something that's new, because you're going to want to revert back to conditioning. This is what I feel. You always want to revert back to what you've been taught or what came in. So just write it down. Okay, so you have the Eight of Cups. All right. This is going on a journey, the Eight of Cups. So this is, again, just a departure from the way things are. A change in your journey. It's a spirit quest, right? I'm feeling this is dealing with more of the spirituality thing that I was talking about just a minute ago. And the moon. There's the moon in this card. I feel with all these cards that are cups, they get very dark, like it's in at night. I find that it's because when you're dealing with spirituality, there's a little bit, it's not an illusion, but you feel a sense of illusion. Like I said, because things seem to elude you at certain times. So it's very important to write it down in the spiritual quest. You don't want to be leaving these cups behind that have really good knowledge that you're picking up. This is why I do these videos too. People can go back to them and probably watch them in a year's time and go, oh, okay, yeah, I can use that. Okay, or I didn't remember that. It happens. It happens with spirituality. But ask a lot of questions. Write them down. Oh, write them down. Give yourself an exercise if you can. Okay? Put your knowledge of spirituality, integrate it into your reality somehow. Try to make it concrete. Try to make it human in nature. I don't know how you could possibly do that. I'm going to have to look more into that as well, because I don't exactly know what they mean. Like, how can you make a spiritual learning? But I guess you could just, I don't know, build a bunch of exercises on this playing field that would kind of take the lessons from there and integrate them into your everyday life. Going to have to look further into that. But if there's anything they come through or anything comes through me in meditation, I will be sure to let you know, Pisces. Of course, I always do. All right, so we have the Strength card. I love the fact that the Strength card in this one, it's not a lion. And this is supposed to be a Leo card. And here we are in the night again. And this time we're with a wolf. I do believe it's a wolf. And, very interesting. She's got a snake crawling up her leg. She's holding on to a flower. She doesn't seem to be too concerned about anything, and the light is shining really brightly. It is the strength card, but I'm not feeling strength here. I'm not feeling, the normal meaning of strength, which is great because different decks have different images. What I'm feeling is that she's looking at us here and kind of, I feel like she's saying there's really nothing to be afraid of. Not the howling wolf, not the snake crawling up her leg, and that she's not very disturbed by anything. She's holding on to a flower, very sure of herself, sitting in the light of the moon. So, to tie it into here, I do believe that it feels, especially with learn to ask questions, when you do shine a light on something, you're going to see that not all is as it seems, of course, okay? This could be a vine in the dark. That could be a dog that's half wolf. It doesn't mean necessarily that what you are imagining is what is, okay? The moon is bright, but it's not daytime, even though it may seem like it. Yeah, I just feel like there's a lot of transformation. You have the butterfly still flying here. And I feel there's a lot of transformation to be had if you just simply sit with the ideas for a minute. And that's what she's doing. She's sitting there and she's looking at us going, take a really good look at this picture. Okay, what do you see? Are you really seeing what you're seeing? Or could it be seen as a different thing, a different way? Okay? What's really there? Is it really as nefarious as it looks? As scary as it is? As good as it is? Yeah. If you're going to use the strength card, well, maybe just have the strength to figure it out. Okay. So there's 3 that comes in. As I've told you, when I see this, and of course the 6 of Swords is here because we have the 8 of Cups. These cards for me, when they come out to me, it's because they're the same thing. For me, they're the same thing. And I know a lot of people say they're not the same card. I know, but they can be used kind of in conjunction together. This is leaving something behind. This is going towards something new. And I feel that they're really connected in the deck for me. So they always come out together when I do readings. So when you transition to something new, there's that King of Cups. Didn't I just talk to him? Yes, I did. I did right here with this card. Okay. So you can be seated a lot more comfortably as the King of Cups and secure in your own emotions instead of feeling a sense of lack when you ask questions. That's the truth of the matter. And it also unblocks with the 2 of Swords. It makes things clearer. The uncertainty clears up. You can move forward, okay? You're leaving something behind, but you're moving forward something specific, something that you want. Okay, you're doing a passage, you're taking a retreat, you're transitioning, you're moving. Okay, new journey, better days ahead. When you are clear on the definition of everything, your cup runneth over, you're well on your steed, and it doesn't much matter all the riffraff that's happening below you. Below you, nice. Okay, so I'm going to put these here because that's just the little story, and you guys know I do this if you've been here before. I like 1 card at a time. When it sends me more than one, it's because they're trying to give me a little écoute, little side story. Oh, all right. So we have the Empress. Empress. I want to say entrance and Empress at the same time. So there's an entrance of creativity. Okay. Something that's going to bloom in the future for you doing this. By asking questions, it opens doors. By opening doors, you have more options. By having more options, you have more creative ways to express yourself. Not only that, they are telling me for people who are looking for business ideas. I don't know why this keeps coming up, maybe because of the new year. By figuring out where the lack is, you will figure out where the demand is. There you go. So if you ever never thought that Spirit gives business ideas, they most certainly do. They do. They always do. Yeah. What you want to do is create a demand for something. So the more people are in demanding for something, and they're saying, try to do something that's in demand, that's good for people, okay? Always putting the need in the best light possible of helping people heal and rejuvenate, okay? Because we can offer crap to everybody, you know. You can build any piece of plastic, but if you're not bouncing off of that to do something better, yeah. There you go, the Three of Cups. A lot of Cups energies here, a lot of nighttime energies, and I feel this is like the spring of. So I feel that this is when spring pops up, you're going to have a lot, for you. And is she? She is, in fact, what is that? It almost looks like a bag of money, but I know it's not. There's like a cross, but it, what is that, you guys? Okay, take a look. Does that look like a, is that a fish? What is she holding? Anyway, to me it looks like a bag of cash, so you go for it. You go for your bag of cash, okay? Money is not evil. It's what you do to people that is evil, okay? If you're harming others with what you do, that's the bad part. Money doesn't do anything. Money's just a tool. So Three of Cups. Celebrations, reconnections, right? This is get-togethers, this is happy events, this is rejoicing, and it is positive growth. This is toasting better times ahead, and since they're in scantily dressed attire, again, I'm feeling that shifting in the warmer weather, this is going to bring you a lot of abundance and profit, whether it is money or not. Whether it's spirituality, relationships, or business, this will bring you a collectively really good type of energy into you by, instead of focusing on what others have, focus on what people need, and also ask a lot of questions. Don't leave any stone unturned, especially if it's in the classification of making you feel better about yourself and also trying to figure out what you need to be doing. The more information you have, the better it is for you. Okay? All right. So, next up we have, what is this? What is this? Okay. So this is the Four of Wands, in case some of you wanted to. I actually mistook this card yesterday. Yesterday, in the other deck that I have, my first deck, I said it was a Four of Wands and it was a Five of Wands. Since I do not believe in mistakes, especially spiritually, I read the card intuitively. I read it under the wrong number, but this is what the Five of Wands, the Four of Wands in the other deck looks like. And funny enough, even though this is supposed to be celebration, they don't look like they're celebrating. They actually look like they're fighting. They look like they're at odds. They're at separate, on different sides of the wheel. And, yeah, they don't even look like they're turning it the same way. It looks like he's pulling one way and she's pulling the other. So there's going to be a reverse of this. I'm going to read that more like a Five of Wands, which is going to be really weird, you guys. But hey, nothing happens without coincidence. There's never coincidences in my life. I don't believe in them anymore. I don't believe. Even the mistakes when you step in a big pile of crap, there's a reason for it. So, when you learn to be precise and be a clear communicator in life, all this to say, is that you get yourself out of these situations where you're not understanding where you're going. You know which way you're pulling, and you know which way you need to pull. You're not going to throw yourself into the hot fire, okay, or the fiery flames of controversy and misunderstandings. It's really as simple as that. So Yeah, I feel very instructional today with the energies. I feel like they're going, today we're going to learn about, so this, if it comes off sounding this way, sorry, that's the way it's coming through. So, ask questions. I do feel like a professor right now. Somebody's energy is like, all right, today in class, students, today in class we're going to learn how to ask questions. So, I'm going to leave you with this, Pisces. I'm going to come back and do the extended later, of course, as I always do. And I thank you so much for being here. I'm sending you lots of love, light, and blessings. I wanted to thank all my patrons on Patreon. I've actually added a private group so that people can share pictures and memes and all of that stuff. So we have a nice little private group on Facebook. I'm not much of a Facebook person, but this group is just for the people on Patreon. So it's not visible, and it's private, and it's just for people in that group. So I'm not a big Facebook person, so that's it. That's just for that. And I enjoyed very much. And I enjoy very much having everybody share stuff there. It's such a wonderful thing to be able to share with each other. So it's even more from my patrons, and I'm glad to be able to offer it. And anyway, that's it. I'm letting you go with that. I'm going to go and meditate some more and go get my professor. I'm seeing the professor's gown and books underneath the arm. I'm going to go get meditative advice, or I guess lessons, so I can come back and do the second reading. I feel like I'm underqualified at this point. Anyway, Pisces, I'm sending you lots of love, light, and blessings, and I'm going to stop this now. Take care.